Did you know that Milwaukee Tool is embroiled in a lawsuit with Klein? Milwaukee Tool claims that Klein has stolen proprietary information when it comes to modular tool storage systems and how those boxes interlock. We went over that lawsuit, the filings, and everything that everyone has to lose or gain depending on the outcome of that lawsuit. Now, here's the deal, everybody. I find it absolutely ironic that this week, Milwaukee Tool and Klein are in a battle again. It has been brought to my attention that over at Acme Tool, they're having their last brand standing matchups. They've started today for round 3. And I find it very interesting. And I got to be honest with you. I had filled out my own bracket. I didn't think that Klein was going to be making it this far into the bracket. But it seems as though there is the matchup today is Milwaukee Tool versus Klein once again. Here's the funny part about all of this. The big winner today for this matchup is potentially all of you. I want to tell you all about what's going on over at Acme Tool. Okay? But before we do that, I want to say hello to some of you that have tuned in early. Like, where's it at? Why isn't that showing up? I like to make it show up. I don't think that I can. I want to say hello to DSAC, Jay Culpepper, Caleb Ross, or Caleb Ross. We got Dr. Doc DRM. I feel like I've been cheated right now. I wonder if I can make it happen. Let me see if I can make it happen before we get started. What's up there, Jesus Garza? I don't think I can make it happen. Let's see if I can. Let me see if it will work. Very odd. It's not working for me. I apologize, everybody. I'm just gonna have to call your name out, like the analog version, like the old days, where when your message didn't show up on screen. Oh, it's back. Let's see if. Where's it at? We got Jay Culper says, Vince, what up, my man? We got Caleb Ross says, what up, Vince? We're back. We're back. We don't do analog around here. We do high def, audio, visuals. We put the comments up on the screens. Baton Rouge in the stream. Long, tall Texans in the house. What's up, Dr. DRM? Got Kevin Smith. What's up, member? How you doing? Jesus Garza is here. The chef, the great chef. Great content, buddy. We appreciate you being here and all the food you cook. All the way from the Food Network. Jesus Garza, God bless you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. We got YouTube Adrian. Yo, Adrian. We got the Roy Phipps official. He says, I said all is fair in love and war. Klein may have stolen it, but I think they did it better. Like the Klein box locking bar more than pack out Mechanai. You like that Mechanai? That's what's up. What's up, Manzo? We got, John Queso. What's up, my friend? It's going good. And Jay Carlin says, let's go. Cole Boucher's here. Says, hope all's well, my friend. Picked up the bit holder today to support my favorite brand, Milwaukee. All right, everybody, let's get down to it. Because I know that you want to see what's going on. Here it is. If you wanted to support the channel, you could head on over to the, I would say to the merch store. You could get a hat, t-shirt, a hoodie, or you could use the YouTube shopping button down below to score all these deals I am going to share with you right now. There's a link in the description to get you over to the last brand standing. Now, we have a whole video about it. I'm not going to go over it again. If you did not enter to win, You potentially missed out on $2,500 first prize. There's like 33 total prizes that can be won. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We went over it. I don't know if it was a lack of mind trying to like, I don't know, over-explain in the description or even maybe in the title. Okay? We gave too much information. I don't know what happened, but if you missed it, I apologize. I'm going to do better in the future if I can. I wish I could go back into the past. I wish I had 1.21 gigawatts, okay, to help me get back there, but it's over now. I'm just going to focus on the future. Now, here's the thing. We are round 3, day 1, 24 hours only. Here's the thing. I've been busy, so busy today with you name it. I've been emailing, texting. It has been chaotic, okay, with clients, attorneys, customers, all kind of people, okay? Here's the deal. Because of that, out of stock is the 60% off the Milwaukee M18. I got to be honest with you. It says orbital quarter sheet. I just thought it was a quarter sheet sander. I didn't realize it was orbital. I just didn't. Milwaukee is so universally disruptive when it comes to tools in the industry that they have an orbital quarter sheet sander. Like it vibrates so much, it's never back and forth or left or right or front and back. It goes in an orbit. Pretty awesome. You could have saved 60% off. I'm sorry that you missed it because I didn't make a stream until now. You were probably at work anyway. You're probably going to miss it anyway. They're all sold out. You could have bought it for $60. It's a $90 savings. That means it's normally $150, but the savings don't stop there. They also have, for $219, you're saving $280. This is the Milwaukee M12 screw-driving 3-piece combo kit. $219. Here's the deal. You're getting the, did I say M18? I should have said M12. You're getting the M12 screwdriver. Okay, it's not an impact. It's a screwdriver. Okay, we got the 3/8 ratchet. We have their Rover Light, 2 batteries, 2 amp-hour batteries, charger in a bag for $219. It's 56% off. 56% off. Now, here's the thing. If you're not aware of how this whole thing works, this bracket works, number one, I'm not going to go through it all over again. I will say this. Total number of items sold. There's total number of orders placed will help to advance your brand to the next round, okay? They have a 12-piece Sawzall blade set, 49% off. You're saving $15, so it's half off. $15.97. Let me see here. They have the torch in there. It's got I think that's the carbide teeth. Torch blade is in there. They have an axe blade in there. I don't know if that is actually carbide though. So this is a 12-piece set. So you're getting an axe, you're getting a couple torches, you're getting a 6-inch, 4 of those torches. $15.97. So it's 50% off. All right. Here's the deal. The 5-piece bit holder with carabiner, 5 pieces. This is 35% off. It's $12.97. So it's a bit holder. See? Like you could put it, or you got the carabiner and your most commonly used bits and nut drivers, you could lock them in over here so you have them at all times. Never be without your bits. Put them on a carabiner and lock them in and then rip the knob off. Okay. Then here's the big boy of them all right? You got the Milwaukee M12 6-bay rapid charger kit with two M18 high output XC 6.0s and 2 M18 red lithium XC 5.0s, okay? It's at $479. So they're calling it's a 48% savings. Here's the thing. Here's my question. I think they're giving you an additional battery for free. This is is that the oil resistant battery? I got to add this thing to the cart. View cart and check out. Let's see. So you can see here, so you have, in addition to the charger and the batteries, they've added one of those XC 5.0 oil resistant batteries here for free. Okay? You don't need, now here's the deal. Here's the important part. You don't have to be entered into the bracket to score the savings. I should have had a disclaimer in the beginning. So even if you have not entered into the bracket, which it's a shame if you haven't, because there's a lot to be won. Links in the description to get you over there for you to see everything you're missing out on, or to follow along with your bracket if you entered. Okay, here's the deal. This is a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one if you need batteries and you need pack-out capable rapid chargers. If you don't, I understand. I'm not forcing you to buy nothing. I'm just saying, if you did, you could save some money. What's up, Benito? Benito! Let me see here. Where's it at? Max B's here. Says, hey, VCG. What's up, Max B? He says, I believe Torch is carbide. Axe is not. You know, it could be possible. It could be possible. You could be correctamundo, like Arthur Fonzarelli. All right, so that's what's up with the Milwaukee deals. Now, if we go back, here's the thing. Can Klein stave them off? Now, here's the thing. Klein has some real values here. Percentages aren't necessarily as deep discount-wise, but you can see, for instance, they have the Klein Tools serrated duck knife. Like, listen, okay, yeah, they say it's for ducks, but it's literally a plain edge combination blade. A plain edge, it's pretty much it's a dagger. It's a dagger blade, right? But one side of that dagger blade is plain. The other side is combination or serrated. So, quite frankly, let's see here, double-edged knife. That's what smart people call it. I don't even know what I call it. But here's the deal. Yeah, it's duck knife. But you can use it for anything if you wanted to. I don't know if you would fillet fish with it, though. I don't suggest filleting fish. Here's the thing, 50% off. It's a $20 knife. It's $9.98. If you wanted to help get Klein to the next round of Klein's your brand, maybe you make the purchase. Okay? They also have, I like this one. This is Klein Tools Power Strip Pro. So it's a power strip. They got a little light on the side, looks like here. Let's see. LED light with motion sensors. They got USB connectivity, C. They have A ports. They got a whole bunch of stuff in here. They got the motion detector, multiple mounting options, all kind of stuff going on right there. This one's $39.99. You're saving 43%. Whoa, Benito says the Klein Speed Square. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's not part of this deal, Benito. But they do have, it's pretty funny. This is the Klein Tools Fast Bit Through Grip Screwdriver Phillips Slotted Bits. $11.99. Here's the thing. Because of the way that, that's pretty cool. Universal bit compatibility. See, like this ball handle? It reminds me of an awl. Do they have an awl tip here? They do not. Which kind of like, I don't know. I like that little ball style handle for an awl. Not necessarily for a screwdriver, but I can see you just getting your mitts around it and spinning it real quickly. You like that? I like it. $11.99. You're saving 29% on that one. What do you think of it? Put it down in the chat. Let's have a meaningful conversation about it. Okay? I know everybody's been asking for this one. Looks like Acme Tool and Klein made it happen. Here's the thing. Are they bringing this big dog out for this round in particular? Is Klein doing their best to knock, is this retaliation for the lawsuit? Modbox versus Packout. Packout suing Modbox. Is that what is going on here? Okay. Is that why they brought out this Klein Tools Connect 17-in-1 impact hybrid driver for this round? Did they save the best for this round? Are they going for the, in the golf, they call it the death stroke? Is that what they're going for right here? I want to know. This is 33% off. This is a fairly new hand tool from Klein. Okay? It's not super new. It didn't come out last week, but it's been released in the recent past, not in the future. So, did they decide to discount this 33% right now for this? Literally, they held it off till this round. Is that why? I want to know. I need an answer. You're getting another 10% off in the cart. So it's $19.98. If you view and edit the cart, okay, we're going to remove these because that's why. Yes? You can see here, what you can see here is what you can see here is it was originally $29.98. You can see the discount, minus $10 off in the cart, $19.98. Okay, now here's the deal. If you don't want to pay shipping, I think you got to just make sure that whatever you're ordering, order this in addition to other stuff. Meet that free shipping criteria. You'll be paying $19.98 all day long for that. Whoa, look at that. All right, everybody, let's move it back here. Let's go backwards. We don't need 1.21 gigawatts for that. We could just go backward. We use the back button here on the PC. Here's another one that everybody's been asking for. And why is that? Because you can see comes with a fancy dandy little carabiner. We got a holder here for the socket set. Here's the thing. It's coming with that 1/4-inch impact driver adapter. You can hang it. Look, it clips on the gear. You got color codings, okay? You could see, if you see blue, you know it's for you. Because if you're trying to drive a 3/8-inch socket, okay, this is the one. If you're trying to drive a 3/8-inch bolt, this socket is for you because it's blue. You can see here, it's impact rated. You can put it on your Klein tools. Here's the important part, though. Let's just say you weren't invested in Klein power tools. You can use this. This is how Klein wins in round 3. They're beating Milwaukee Tool at their own game. You don't have to use a Klein impact driver to use this socket set. You can use your Milwaukee impact driver. That's how. Think about that. You don't need to be on the Klein power tool platform. You can have Milwaukee tools and still buy this, moving Klein to round 4. Think about it. What's up, Husker? I wonder how good these are. They're all new as far as I know. Husker says they're all new. This is the thing. You're talking about you got Klein tool standing behind it. I got to be honest with you. And there's a warranty, Husker Hardware. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Yeah. Let me get over some comments here. Whoa. Let me see here. Dr. Doc says, what was for lunch today, Vince? Or if it wasn't special, what's for supper? Here's the deal. I've had what some would call a frittata for lunch. You know, your boy Vince here, okay? Your boy Vince enjoyed the holiday season, okay? And has been traveling a lot and working his eyebrows off, okay? So I got to tell you, when stuff like that happens, I feel like I don't pay attention to my healths as much as I should. And that means that sometimes the diet and exercise plays second fiddle. And it shouldn't, but it does. Here's the thing. I'm back on the horse. I'm like a jockey. Okay? Today I had what some would call a frittata. Okay? The missus made she meal prepped it for me. Eggs, scrambled eggs with some spinach and cottage cheese. It's kind of like the best cheese if you're trying to watch your weight. Fry it up, a little nonstick Earl in the pan when you're frying it up, or in the casserole thing, put it in the oven, boom, then portion it up. That's what I had. Gotta be honest with you. I like it with a little hot sauce, but I didn't have any hot sauce here at work with me today, so I just shoveled it in like someone that got out of, you know what I mean, it's been on a desert island, okay? I just ate it, and got back to work. Had it with some water, or agua, as some people might call it. That's it. That's all I had. Now, for dinner, what I'm planning to do is I'm going to make an appearance at the gym tonight, okay? I'm going to do back, buys, legs, calves, and earlobes. Once I'm done doing that, I'm going to go home, and I'm probably going to eat a couple hard-boiled eggs. Your boys got to just get the holiday weight off, okay? Because I want to be comfortable in my clothes and in my own skin. That's all I'm going to say. It is what it is. All right, let's see here. Yo, Dr. Doc says it's a frittata, just a slightly less feminine quiche. Yes, it is. It's eggs, bro. Eggs make you powerful. Is a frittata. Did I say quiche or frittata? You can call it whatever you want. It's delicious. It just is what it is. For top, it's a. Would you prefer omelet? It's an omelet, except I eat it cold out of the fridge. Like, I eat it out of my. It actually wasn't. It was in my. It was in my little cooler bag. All right, everybody. Husker Hardware says that sounds amazing. I gotta be honest with you. It tastes delicious. Here's the thing. I didn't have to make it. Mrs. made it for me. Delicioso. Delicioso. Yo, Husker Hardware says hiking's my thing. Here's the deal. My boy Joe, he loves taking a hike. Loves taking a hike. He gets outdoors, you know what I mean? Now, let's take a look at where I stand. Okay? Now, and here's the other thing. This round right here, Milwaukee versus Klein. Number one, I want to know in the comments, who do you with these deals you're seeing, who is going to win this round? I want to know. I'm gonna read the comments. Who is going to win this round? Is Milwaukee going to win this, or is Klein going to upset Milwaukee? I got to be honest with you. I had Milwaukee as so if you look at my bracket, I'm going to go to my bracket here. I chose Milwaukee to take it. Here's the thing. I got to be honest with you. I literally chose DeWalt to make it to the final round as well. Weha knocked them out. Weha knocked them out on the 19th. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe Weha knocked DeWalt out. And what that is telling me, I got to be honest with you, I can't believe that Bosch knocked out Diablo. What is with that? I can't believe that Bosch knocked out Diablo. It's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm too close. You know, sometimes when you're just too close, you need some outside perspective. I don't know. Maybe it's because of some of my favorites. Is that what it is? Literally, Fine beat Makita. Craftsman. Ego didn't even make it to that round, into the second round. Craftsman beat Ego. Okay? Craftsman beat Nebo. Craftsman's in the third round. Now it's going to be Fine versus Craftsman. I thought Makita was going to make it all the way to the fourth round. They didn't make it. Literally, we got to see who's going to win. We're going to have to see who wins this one. Fine versus Craftsman. I don't know. A lot of upsets here for me. I'm a cry. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Stanley's still in it. Stanley is still in it. It's Gear Wrench versus Stanley. I have Stanley beating Gear Wrench. I don't know. But I want to know. Like, what do you think here? I'm a little scared. I think that Milwaukee might get taken out. I think they might get taken out by Klein. Let me see. So Husker says, here's the funny part. Husker says Bosch knocked out their own brand. Here's the funny part. So a lot of people, when they hear Bosch, Husker, and I know you probably know this, you're making a joke, and I think it's pretty doggone funny. So German Bosch owns Diablo, Freud, and Bosch North America. Bosch North America does not own Freud, Diablo. So they're actually sister brands. They're sister brands that actually compete against one another. So Bosch knocked out its own competition. You know what I mean? Even though German Bosch, the investment firm, owns both, every president, every CEO in those sub brands, they have to earn their meal. Like, they have to earn their place. So it's for the longest time, we used to go to, when we would go to the Diablo booth, and we would watch their demonstrations. Diablo never used Bosch tools. Never. And I was like, that is so odd. They would use Makita tools, or they would use Milwaukee tools. I'm like, why won't they use Bosch? Because they were actually competing brands, and they looked at Bosch as more competition than those other brands. Husker says it's so strange to me. I will not disagree. Yo, Adrian says it's rigged. Husker says, Craftsman beating Ego is so far out of left field for me. I think so too. And Caleb says, I didn't see a lot of this happening either, dude. I'm surprised. We're too close. It's like we're too close, but too far away. Let me know where you think. Listen, if you want to score the deals, what you could do is use the YouTube shopping button, or you could go to the link down in the description. It will take you to the bracket if you have a bracket. Otherwise, it's just going to take you to the last brand standing. Kenneth Sears is in the house. What's up, Kenneth? He says, how you doing? I'm doing good. You are a very good friend, and thank you for stopping by. Listen, everybody. Listen, go check out the deals. They're going to be selling out. Here's the other thing. I want to know in the comments, do you think Milwaukee is actually going to get knocked out this round by Klein Tools? I want to know. Let me see. I like Huskers all up in the chat today. He's killing it, Husker. Let me see here. Husker says, let me see here. He says, right? I used to find that so odd too. Makita on Bosch demos, but they weren't. It was Makita on Diablo demos. Was always a bit strange to me. Bosch, the name, covers two different brands, it looks like. There's German Bosch, the investment firm, and then there is Bosch North America, which is the child corporation, the same as Diablo. Me again, Dave. How you doing? How you doing? When are we getting a Bosch rear handle? I got to be honest with you, Al Marino. I didn't realize you wanted one. Do you want one? Listen, here's the deal. Are you on board with Al Marino? Are you on board with Al Marino? Do you want to see a Bosch rear handle review? I'll do it. Got to let me know. Got to let me know. Kenneth, you're a good friend. All right, everybody. I got to get back to it. If I didn't explain it for you well enough for you to understand, I apologize. But there's a link down in the description. There's a YouTube shopping button. Use those things. They're at your disposal. I know you don't want me to leave, but I got to get back at it. Here's the deal. You want to see more tools? You could see them right now on the next video.